We'll also be hosting a debate here in the coming months with the candidates for Indiana governor this fall. It's scheduled for Wednesday, October 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern on our stations here in Indianapolis and elsewhere across the state. Now, lately, that race for governor has focused on the candidates' running mates. After Micah Beckwith won that stunning convention vote to become Mike Braun's running mate, then Jennifer McCormick announced her choice for running mate Terry Gooden. Though, as Hannah Adamson reports, others are also interested in the role, and that could lead to another convention fight next month.
This week, Jennifer McCormick chose former Indiana House Minority Leader Terry Gooden as her presumptive running mate. The decision causing some controversy among Democrats, calling into question his right-leaning track record, while others argue Gooden should be given the benefit of the doubt.
Terry Gooden was an excellent choice.
Former Indiana State Representative Terry Austin worked with Lieutenant Governor nominee Terry Gooden for almost 20 years. She says Gooden is the most qualified Lieutenant Governor candidate in the running to beat the Braun-Beckwith team.
He's got name recognition. He's got a following. He's got a strong background for this job.
But in his first speech as a candidate on Thursday, Gooden apologized for previously supporting a ban on gay marriage and admitted his record on reproductive rights has been spotty, while saying he's changed. However, he's not the only person running for lieutenant governor, and the other candidates argue Gooden's apology doesn't go far enough.
Even though he's a Democrat, he doesn't relate to what the Democratic Party truly stands for.
The center of our party is not with Terry Goodwin. It is with people like me. It is like people like J.D. Ford.
Still, longtime Democrats are warning any splits in the party could end up hurting their chances in November.
It doesn't help our party when there's all this infighting and consternation.
The decision will ultimately be up to delegates at the state's Democratic Convention, July 13th. Reporting from the State House, I'm Hannah Adamson.
Hannah, thank you. This week, State Senator J.D. Ford said he will not be among those running. In a statement, he said, after much contemplation and discussion, I've decided to support Dr. McCormick and her chosen running mate, Dr. Terry Gooden. I truly believe his credentials align with the duties of the office. He said his past votes haven't always aligned with the core values we stand for. He's cast votes that were anti-choice, anti-LGBTQ, and against gun safety. But he says he's spoken directly with Terry Gooden and that he assured him of his commitment to change. Meantime, Democrats also face a contested race for Attorney General, with Destiny Wells and Beth White both seeking the party's nomination to go up against Todd Rokita in the fall.
I tell people that the best attorney general is one when you walk in the office, you don't know if they're a Democrat or a Republican. You just know that they're a great attorney serving the people.
What would your main priorities be if you were elected attorney general?
So it is to get back to the business of being the attorney general. That means getting out of people's doctors' offices. It means getting out of classrooms and doing the work that we're supposed to be doing and being the people's attorney.
Why do you feel you're best equipped to take on Todd Rokita in the fall?
Yeah, so there are three things in particular: integrity, experience, and then really a no-nonsense approach to the office. I have had a lot of experience that is very relevant, but I'm also a person of significant integrity. I've been a lawyer for 35 years, and I really believe in fighting the right fights for the right reasons, doing the right things when it's time to do them, and telling the truth, and just focusing on what needs to be done.
And you can see more of those interviews on our website. Recently, we also had a chance to go one-on-one with Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita, who was uncontested within his party. He spoke with our Hannah Adamson about his bid for re-election and the dynamics in the GOP after their state convention earlier this month.
What are your thoughts? What do you expect to see come out of the other side during their convention next month?
Well, I suspect that, a lot of irrelevancy, because they are irrelevant. The fact of the matter is the Republicans had a great convention. We came out with a unified ticket. I'm very thankful for the confidence not only of my party but a vast majority of the people of Indiana. In the last election, we were fortunate enough to earn the highest number of votes in Indiana history. And our work over the last 4 years has proven that we deserve to have that confidence, and I look forward to continuing to work for the people of Indiana.
Are you aware of the leaked BOP memo? And if so, what is your reaction to that?
Not very aware of it. I've heard bits and pieces of it, but I'm not familiar with it.
Essentially, in that memo, he argues that a Braun Beckwith ticket could be disastrous for Republicans in the end if Democrats play their cards right, aka a Donnelly takeover, where you'd have McCormick take a lieutenant governor position.
I'm not going to comment on those hypotheticals. I know we have a strong ticket. I know we're unified. And I'm excited. I'm excited for Micah's win. I'm excited for Mike Braun's win. Because we're going to get some good partners here in the State House to keep affecting some real good common sense, Hoosier common sense, change for Indiana.
What is your take on Pastor Beckwith's comments regarding January 6th? In his words, he called it divinely inspired. What's your take on that?
I don't question that. We all have our reasons for saying different things and why things have happened, and I don't question, I didn't hear that. I don't know, what the context was. And I know in media circles, it's always fun to take things in a particular context or to take only certain seconds of what is a much longer speech. That's done to me all the time. All I know is that we're going to have a strong, united ticket that's going to serve Indiana well. It's going to be very attractive to Hoosier voters.
Let's talk about the abortion ban lawsuit. And we have yet to hear a decision from the special judge in this case. What is your take on how both sides of the arguments were laid out, and how do you see this playing out in the future?
Well, we've won the major case. This is an ancillary case, so I'm very confident in Indiana's law that it's constitutional ultimately. And now we're going to have, again, the left never giving up. We're going to have some of these one-off cases. I think you're talking about the Monroe County case?
Yes,
yeah, that's not the major case. Major case was already won. So we're going to continue on. We'll fight all these wherever they're at, but we're very confident in the constitutionality and the reasonableness of Indiana's pro-life law that protects all Hoosiers, especially those most vulnerable, the unborn.
We'll keep you posted on that case, and no doubt that topic will be a big issue in this election year as well. Meantime, this week, Rokita and Governor Holcomb announced their intention to resume executions in Indiana prisons. The governor says the Department of Correction has acquired a drug that can be used for that purpose. The last time Indiana executed someone was back in 2009. Rokita has filed a motion asking the state Supreme Court to set a date for the execution of Joseph Corcoran. He was found guilty of the 1997 murders of 4 people and exhausted his appeals in 2016. In a statement, the ACLU of Indiana said we're deeply concerned with the decision by the governor and attorney general to resume executions in Indiana. The death penalty lacks public support, they say, is rooted in racism and prone to serious errors. They say government should never execute its citizens, full stop. All right, coming up next on this week's edition of In Focus, we'll hear from our panel on this week's presidential debate and what it means now for voters in this race for president and for the candidates themselves. Then later, we'll hear from a group of state lawmakers who went to Washington to highlight the issue of gun violence.